Alright guys, what's up? This is a video quite a few of you have been asking me about on the live stream and messaging me on Xbox. This is the tutorial or guide, whichever you want to call it, to the Black Ops 2 Die Rice new map, the Easter egg. This is the Richtofen side. I will have the Maxis side up when I've finished editing it. These take quite a while to edit because it's like a 4-hour clip, and then I'm going to split it up, and yeah, I spend about 6 hours on the videos to edit them, and then it's going to take about 24 hours to upload or so because it's a very big size video. Here you can see us completing it. This is the very last part. We get our perks and achievements here, and well, yeah, as you can see, it's not that hard to do. You've just got to have the patience to get it done, and I'll go over everything. It's going to be completely sort of as idiot proof as I can make it, going over every detail from like how to match everything up and build everything, and yeah, I'll show you absolutely everything that there is to it. Enough of the chatting, let's get started. You also do need 4 players to do this Easter egg. Alright, well, to start off, you have got to be Samuel to actually hear Richtofen, because this is Richtofen's side after all. And what he has to do is he has to get a sniper. Now, you can get any sniper rifle from the box or wherever, but the easiest thing to do is probably just buy the SUV off the wall from in like the shop area of the map. And then you should hear Richtofen talk to you and say this if you are Samuel.
We must neutralize any errant energy fields in order to prevent Maxis enacting his plan. Take whatever
Okay, so now you've got the sniper rifle and Richtofen's talk to you. That means you've started the Easter egg. Now, before we do anything else, what you're going to want to do is build the navcard table. Now, to save time, I'm going to use my other videos and just sort of edit them into this one. This is how to build the nav table or the navcard table. This is on the roof of the building. There's 4 parts to this, and this is how you get them. You've got to build them underneath the collapsed sort of balcony that's like right in the very back corner. And I had a bit of a problem at the start, as you could see, because there was a part on the floor there where I just looked, but I didn't pick that up first. So there's the radio, there's the actual wooden table part, which is the part that's right at the side of where you actually build the table. Then there's the rock, which is in like a pile of some random rubbish and stuff on the roof. And the last part, you have to go down through the building and then down the lift shaft and back up again to bring it. And that is the actual power box for the navcard table. Anyway guys, that's how you build the navcard table. Alright, so once you have the navcard table complete, what you need to do next is find the 4 symbols which are on top of 4 of the lifts. Now these are the 4 lifts that I'm showing here. There's 2 on the roof, and there is 2 in the starting building as well. And you've got to all stand on them at the same time, but you've got to be careful and be very patient with it. It took us about 5 minutes to get it right. Because the lifts are moving up and down, they can crush you, so you have to jump off them before they crush you and get it all timed right, and you all have to be on them at the same time. When you get them all right, Samuel will hear Richtofen talking to him, and yeah, you'll hear this.
Yes,
just get in.
Fields are growing.
Get it.
Manipulation is needed.
Buy these ones in a minute.
Oh,
That means you've successfully done that step, and what you've got to do next is find the tiles that are on the floor around the map. Now there's 4 of these as well, and what you have to do is stand on them in order 1 to 4. The orders can change. When someone stands on each tile, Richtofen will say a number in German. It counts in German up to 4. Now I'm not sure how to speak German or whatever, so we just was trial and error, and one of the other guys in the game, Danny, knew a bit of German, so we could sort of get that done. But if you don't know German, just get your teammates to stand on them in an order. What they will do, if you're standing on them in the right order, they will light up and stay on. If you stand on one in the wrong order, they will all go out. So get one of your teammates at each one of them, stand on them, and when they've all been stood on right, they will all stay lit, and you will hear Richtofen say this. Okay, so once Richtofen's cheered and said yeah, it's worked, what you need to do now is Samuel, the guy that bought the sniper rifle to start it and can hear Richtofen, needs to go somewhere onto the roof of the buildings. I chose the spawn area because it was where I was going to go next, and he needs to aim into the dragons. Aim in the mouths of the dragons, they will each have a ball in them, and you have to snipe the ball out, and when you do, you should hear this.
look to the dragon.
What?
The energy flows.
Whoa, sparkles.
Earth your energy before Maxis interferes. Perhaps a rapid liquefaction is right, yeah?
Okay, so once you've shot the balls out of the dragon's mouth, they will appear in the lion's hands behind you underneath their paws, and it will give you the option to pick them up, but do not pick up the ball. Leave them in there, and what you need now is the squillifier, or the new squirty wonder weapon gun that's on the map. Now here's my video on how to make that. I'm going to add that in, and then I'll show you the step for after that. This is how to build the squillifier, or the squirt gun, the wonder weapon on the map. What you've got to do is you've got to find that workbench that's down here near the double lifts, like around from the power room. And there's actually 5 parts to this gun, I believe, and you've got to find them. They can move around to various locations. This is just where that I found them on this go that I was building the gun. They are in these general sort of areas though, where I go around looking. So yeah, just have a look around. They'll be on either the lower floor in the rooms, or they could be upstairs in the power room on one of the desks. So just have a look around. They're not that hard to find. This gun's pretty cool. It's not amazing, but it's a pretty decent gun. You can shoot the floor and it will make the zombies all slide around and fall over. That's pretty funny. And you could also like spray the floor and go diving onto it, and you go sliding across the floor and all sorts of stuff that you can mess around doing. I've actually got a video with some funny stuff we were doing with that that's coming up in a couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. Should be pretty funny. But yeah, you can use it on the floor. You can, if you squirt stairs, it stops the zombies from walking up them, as I'll show at the end of the video. And if you can also get an achievement with it, which I'll show me getting the achievement in a minute. Also, once you've built this weapon, unlike the jet gun on Green Run Transit, with this it goes into the box, so once you trade it out for a gun off the wall, you can get it back again by buying the box. Okay, so once you have the squirty gun done, whoever makes it, it doesn't really matter who makes it and takes it, but for somebody to take the weapon, you need to take it to the first room where the lions are. They mustn't waste any of the ammo, because they need to put 20 shots of it into each of the lions and shoot the balls, and that will start the balls spinning, as you will see in a second. A good friend of mine that's coming quite a few videos has turned up with the squillifier. There's DJ shooting the balls. And they'll start spinning when you put enough shots into them. It's 20 shots in total, because it's 10 shots per clip. You have to reload it and shoot them. And you'll hear Richtofen say this anyway once you have done it successfully, and some fireworks will go off.
So I pick him up.
Maxis will no longer be
Squire.
And
taking my hand and dances me.
now, the real fun can begin.
What is it known as?
The spire! It needs the energy of the undead!
Oh yeah, them Trample, yeah.
Okay, so once the fireworks have gone off, you hear Richtofen talk and say, oh, Maxis is never going to get his hands on them. What you need to do now is you need to build the Trample Steam, which is the mobile launch pad, and I will now show my video on how to make that. This is how to build the Trample Steam, which is the little launch pad thing that you have that you can place around. Pretty cool little device. Certainly have lots of fun with it. I've even got a video with loads of cool stuff that we use it for coming soon. So yeah, a couple of days for that. This is basically how you're gonna build it. It's 4 parts. They will spawn in either the first room or just out of the door when you open that 750 point door. You can't really miss them. They'll not move from them 2 areas. There's the big bellow part, there's a flag, there's like a tank, and then of course the metal grill itself that you jump on. And what you're going to want to do is take them down to the 3rd floor down, I think it is, from the first room, and build them onto that workbench. There is a couple of ways of getting there to sort of save you buying stuff. This did take a while longer, so I've edited bits out because of playing solo and having to get up on the lift and come back down again, and yeah. But if there's 4 of you or whatever, you could all take a part each and then get it built on like round 2. But yeah, you might want to be careful dropping off the side of the building that you don't fall off the building completely, because that has happened to me before now, but I've sort of worked out where's the good place to do it, and you just gotta sort of take it easy. Okay, so once you've built the trample steam, everybody needs to take one, and you need to go around the map and go to these 4 zombie symbols on the floor that I'm showing here. And you all need to place a trample steam on the spot, and you have to make sure that it's on properly and facing the tower. Now I'll aim my crosshairs at the tower and then place it so I know it's spot on aimed, and when you've done it you should hear this.
Keep going! More
There
machine!
we go. Mine's good.
I'm so excited! I'm so
Oh, you're attacking it, the little shit.
So once you hear him going so excited, as he says, and the fireworks go off, that means that you've put a few of your trample steams down and it's starting to work. Now, sometimes it won't light the tower up straight away. What you need to do is make sure they are all positioned perfectly, covering the things on the floor. And after we moved ours around a bit, and we did some messing around, like jumping, launching ourselves off them, and we also ended up flipping a crawler, and then the tower lit up. By the looks of it, you need to either flip yourselves or flip a zombie. Sometimes though, when we have done it, it has lit the tower up without having to flip anything at all. I think it's mainly just getting the placement right and making sure that they are aligned perfectly at the tower. And once you do that, you should hear Richtofen say this.
We just do. Hey, the crane's lit.
Only because combined energy can be
Do I knife them?
Alright then, once you have the tower lit and Richtofen said his little thing, what you need to do now is go around the map and find the locations of these tiles. Now, these tiles are scattered in various places and they switch all the time. They change colour and all sorts, so I'll do my best to try and explain them now. Right, well, what you're going to want to do is look around the map. I'll show you the locations in a second, and you're going to want to find the tiles and match them up. Now this here, what I'm showing, shows you all the tiles that are in the game. Now there is a tile for north with the north symbol on it, a tile for east with the east symbol, a tile for south with the south symbol, and west with the west symbol. Then there is number tiles 1 to 4. There's, as shown there, these 2 pieces of bamboo is 2, 3 pieces of bamboo is number 3, 4 pieces of bamboo is number 4. And for number 1, there's like a peacock type thing. You'll know it when you see it. There's only 1 tile like that on the map. And what you have to do is you have to hit the tower on the 4 posts of it in the correct order. Now these tiles will give you the order. What you have to do is find, for example, if you looked around the map and you found the north tile. Now you would look what colour that was. It would be either red or green or black or blue or whatever. Whichever colour it is, you need to look around and you need to find the matching number tile. So for example, if you had a red north and a red 3, that would mean that you hit the north post of the tower 3rd. And another example would be if you had a blue south and a blue 2, that you would hit south 2nd. Now these orders change all the time, the post you have to hit changes all the time, and the direction of the tower does not change though, it stays in the same place. I'll show you the direction of the tower once I've shown you tile locations and where they are. Right, well this is locations where you can find the tiles. There are 12 locations that I have found. I've not seen them spawn anywhere else, and there's a total of 8 tiles, so I think there's just the 12 locations. Anywhere where I go and look, there is tile, like there is where a tile can spawn, anywhere where I look. So in some of these locations there is tiles. Just bear in mind when I actually show you us completing the Easter egg in a moment, this is not the set of tiles that we used. This is a solo game that I went into just to show you all the tile locations. As you see here, I show you all of the locations that you can find them. There's a few pretty obvious locations and well-known ones, and there's a few that hardly anybody knows about. But this is all the locations anyway. So yeah, all you really need to find is like 6 of the tiles in total, so you know what your order is for 3 of them, and then the other one is pretty well obvious. Because for example, if you got north, east and south as 1, 2 and 3, it's obviously going to be west 4th. But yeah, this is all the locations that they can spawn in, so check all of these locations. If you do find a tile anywhere else, do let me know and I will add an annotation or make another video showing more tile spawn locations. But these are all the ones that I've seen in quite a few games of doing, like looking for the tiles, finding them all and that. In a second I will show us completing the Easter egg. This was our first ever completion. You'll see me get the achievement, and I will also show the location of the tower, like the way that it points, because you've got to know where the north and the east and the south and west is of the tower to get your order correct. It took us quite a few trial and errors because we knew the order that we had to hit the tower in. Our order that we had to hit the tower in was south, north, west, east. So we had to just keep flipping the tower around and trying it in different ways until we actually found out which way was north and south and such. And now we know. So the tower does not flip directions each game, it stays the same. So the actual direction that the tower is facing, so the north post and the west post and the south, they'll stay the same every game. But you will have to hit them in a different order. Every single game it changes which order that you have to hit them in, and the tiles change colour, they change locations that they spawn in. So you really have to find at least sort of 6 tiles or so and get 3 of your posts done. Because if you just randomly hit the tower with the galvanicles, it's just stabbing in the dark, and you have to start a new round to reset the tower every time you get it wrong. If your tower goes out and you've hit it in the wrong order, you need to check your tiles again and start a new round to reset it. So right, so what you're going to need before you go hitting posts of the tower is you're going to need the galvanicles. Now the galvanicles are located down this lift shaft in the first room that you can get into, and they are 6,000 points. Somebody needs these because they have to hit the post of the tower with the galvanicles. I advise you just take your time when hitting the tower, like my friend does here when he's hitting the post of the tower, because I don't actually have the galvanicles because somebody else had already bought them and I had a bowie knife as it was. So they got the galvanicles and I just shown him and told him which to hit and worked out everything, like the direction that he had to hit them in. Anyway, I'm just going to let this part of the video play, and I'll put our game chat, what we were saying, that in as well. This is us hitting the tower, doing the final step of the Richtofen side of this Easter egg. So the bench is north and the sun is west. So you want to start with this one. South, north, west, east. Yeah. So it's going to be this one first. Then this one. And then this one. And then that one. There you go, we did it.
We got it. Kill the zombie so I can get through the perks. Kill the zombie so I can get the
You'll still get the perks.
Got all 6 perks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking A.
Thank you, boys.
Right. Wait. For reference, which way did we do it then? North to the bench, west to the sun.
To the sun. Yeah, west.
Alright then guys, well that's pretty much it. That's how you do the Richtofen Easter egg. Now a few notes I'll make right here is for the perk. When you get given the perks for completing the Easter egg for hitting the tower, if there is a person dead and spectating, they do not get the perks. So you have to bring the person back, like I did say in the video that he would get them, and I presumed he would, because with every other Easter egg, everybody got the perks. Also with the other Easter eggs, you got the perks permanently and still had them after you got revived. With this, you do not keep them after you get revived. You lose them, so once you go down, the perks are gone. We tested this out as well. You do, however, if you go down and revive yourself with Who's Who, you will get your perks back, or if you go down with Who's Who and somebody else revives the real you will get your perks back, apart from Who's Who, as you would normally expect to get anyway. So yeah, that's about everything for this video guys. Thanks for watching. I would appreciate if you leave a like, because in total this video will have probably took me about a day and a half solid to make, and a lot of time as well playing and figuring stuff out. So I would appreciate if you leave a like. If you have any problems at all when you're doing it, or you can't quite get something to work, or you find something different that I haven't mentioned in here, leave in the comments, let me know. I'll have a look at it and sort it out. Also a thanks to all the people that have given me some help on here with getting the Easter egg sorted. I'm sure I'm not going to remember you all, but yeah, the people that were in this game as well were me, there was DJ, there was Andy and Danny. and yeah, open lobbies with viewers and subscribers and that. So if you want to jump in and play some zombies with us, by all means come check out the stream or add me on Xbox or wherever. My gamer tag is NPH Xbox Live. It's also on my YouTube channel on the right hand side, and yeah, subscribe for more Black Ops 2 zombies, Easter eggs and how to build stuff. Thanks for watching guys, and see you soon.